I'm Melissa.
And I'm Mel.
Girl, let me tell you, I only had maybe a little less than half of that drink.
When you're drinking, you just got to drink more.
I am a strongly worded email.
Actually, that feels in line, though.
That is not
No, listen. And every now and again, when somebody get out of line, you just yell, pop the trunk.
I'm the juice to her gin. Did we hit record?
Is it working? Is it on?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gin and Juice podcast. My name is Melissa.
And my name is Melanie.
This will be an episode, if you're live here with us, that will drop in 2 weeks. In about 2 weeks, and this will be, we're brand new sisters. We're actual old sisters.
We're brand new sisters.
Brand new sisters.
Just started being sisters yesterday.
Just started being sisters yesterday. We get on this podcast every single week and talk about what the heck we want to talk about. We like to thank our sponsors.
Absolutely. And that is Revolve, Vegamore, and BetterHelp.
We normally start with the story we like to call long story short, but all we're going to do today is a bunch of pop the trunks. But we have a few things we need to get off our chest. This is the random one that just occurred to me that I actually been wanting to talk about for a while. And that is this. When you put your profile inside of Apple and it pushes it out to me, I don't want that. I don't want what you call yourself in my phone.
Say more.
So, for example, Daddy wants to go by OSU because he's an Ohio State fan. I want to punch in Daddy and have Daddy pull up.
Does it say OSU for you?
Yes. What does it say for you? Did you change it to Daddy?
Mine says Daddy.
No, that's what I'm saying. You have to manually punch in because if you just accept what how they send you their like name card.
Oh, I didn't have that for him.
Oh, when they update it, you can accept it or not.
Oh.
And so normally I accept it. And then I realize I don't want to accept it.
Oh.
I want you to, so mom's, of course, is Mary Marshall.
Yeah.
Then I realize when I'm looking for my mom to type or call her, text her,
Mom.
I put in mom. So Mary, I don't want you to send that to me.
Oh.
OSU, I don't want you to send that to me. Monique is Nick in my phone. I don't want Monique in my phone. Like all of these little things. And so for this reason, I hate that.
I didn't realize that happened. Maybe that's why she's in my phone as Mary Marshall, because she wouldn't have been in my phone like that otherwise. But I do get people's pictures. Like when you decide what your picture is, that comes to me.
Yes.
So your sister's picture came the other day and I was like, did you recently update your like profile phone picture?
Yes.
Like what? I don't want this picture.
Yeah, that I hate it. I don't mind the pictures, but I do hate the name changes. I want you in my phone the way that I want you in my phone. That's how I want, because that's how I call you. That's what I'm going to associate you by. And so, yeah, that is actually super annoying, especially when it's someone random that you don't like talk to all the time.
So you put in a hint?
Yes. So you punch in graphic designer, for example, and they have their full Michael Johnson. I don't know you as Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
I know you as the graphic designer guy or like whatever. So you have that in there and it just makes it really like my brain is like, girl, what is the person's name again? I got to change this.
My brain also goes to why this is like a bit of a hazard, because listen, just follow me where my brain was going as you say that. If something happens to you, sometimes when the police like look through your phone, they will look for
husband, wife, mom, dad,
that kind of stuff. And if it's just in there as a name, they're not going to have enough context to figure out like who to alert and who to call. So Apple should not have that.
That's actually, I feel like that just saves someone's life.
I mean, literally.
You should have the people that are important to you listed as mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, whatever. Although I think Monique, our middle sister, has us listed as like ICE Melissa.
Oh, that's right.
Like, so in case of emergency, Melanie. In case of emergency, whatever, Kai is here and she's very excited.
Is that what ICE stands for? Not immigration?
Well, they stand for both. They stand for both. But in this case, it's in case of emergency.
I didn't know that. ICE stands for in case of emergency. That's smart.
Emergency. I just don't like ICE, though. You going in there as Nick.
But
Kev is in there. Actually, though, sometimes Apple be doing whatever it wants to do. Sometimes he's in there as KevOnStage. Sometimes he's in there as Kevin Fredericks. Sometimes he's in there as hubby. I don't exactly know how to make it one.
That's hilarious.
So he shows up as whatever he decides to show up as. The last thing I'm going to say before we go straight into Pop the Trunks is this. I stopped by the UPS store this morning because I had some returns I needed to do. And I was flirted with in real time, and I recognized it in real time. It's not actually like, ooh, so exciting.
It is. Come on, little flirt.
No, it wasn't. It was like low-key super awkward, and I'm going to tell you why. But what was very interesting, I was telling them, is that the moment you recognize, oh, you're flirting with me, is a very weird, I don't know the right word, but it's a very weird experience to recognize that that's what's happening right now. So I'm standing there. I did 2 sets of returns. The first set I already have my labels through. The second set, the labels didn't come through. So I was like, take your other customers, let me make sure I have all of these before I hold up your line, basically. So this is the UPS store I go to all the time. They know who I am. I'll bring them, there's a little donut shop, so I'll bring them like donuts or whatever. Sometimes when I go over there, I tip them. But they do right by me too. They don't make me pay for stuff. I don't be paying for boxes.
Amen.
If I do a print,
tape.
yeah, they don't make me pay for the printing. They be taking care of me, so I have no problem, taking care of them. Even down to one time we went to Vegas. I think it was Vegas. I don't remember if it was Vegas or New Orleans because we normally go to like a casino when we're in New Orleans. It must have been Vegas. Anyway, we won. When I came back, I had like $20 or $40 because I had just won. I just gave it to them on some but like I said, they're young. They work at a UPS store. They're young people. And so I'd be like, here's a little tip, whatever. So anyway, what they were some of them were clocking in. Another guy was like organizing stuff. So really there's like 3 or 4 workers, but only one is like actively taking a customer. Okay. Customer's at her counter. I'm in line organizing myself. Tall black dude comes up behind me. I'm focused trying to get my stuff because I hate going up to them and I'm unorganized and I don't like that. So I'm like, let me get my stuff in order. Okay. He comes up behind me and he says, you got a nice little system going over there. Oh. And so I was like, oh, yeah. I'm trying to make sure I'm organized before I go up there. And he's like, no, I mean, but the way you're doing your fingers. Yeah, okay. I don't always right. But I don't always use, this is what I think he meant. I don't always use my pointer finger because I be having arthritis and my hands be cramping. So sometimes I use this finger to like do the step. I think that's what he was alluding to. I really don't know. I was like, ha. Yeah, I got to get it organized. I don't know. This is a leap. I'm assuming this is what he said. Okay, move on. Then he says, I pick up something. I'm like, I don't remember what this is. So I'm trying to take it out. He's like, I think it's a printer cartridge. First of all, this thing is this long. I said, no. I think it's, this, that, and the third. Oh, okay. Your fingernails and your toes match real nice. They complement each other.
Yes, they do.
So I said, thank you. I'll be out here trying. And I mean, as dry as I'm talking to you and as short as I'm talking to you, this is how I'm talking to him. So then the lady says, next customer. He goes, ma'am, you can go. I said, no. I got a couple more things I need to do. You can go. He goes up. I'm thinking, thank God.
Yeah.
Now this is done.
Yeah.
I finish sooner than he's done.
Oh.
So I go up to the guy. He's ready for me. So I go up and he says, where are you from?
Oh.
From his counter to my counter. And this is when I clock in. Oh, you're flirting.
You trying to have conversation.
You trying to have a real conversation.
You want to keep this going.
I have a whole ring on my finger.
That don't matter.
And I'm being just as dry.
But are you happy?
But clearly. What did you say Mel said, Greg said to you this weekend?
Need a friend?
You need a friend?
You looking for a friend?
That's exactly how I felt. So I said, I'm from nowhere.
Not from wherever the wind blows, child.
I said, I'm from nowhere. And so he says, you didn't answer my question.
Because why would you say that? I'm from nowhere.
I said, because that's what I always say. So I said, well, I grew up in the military, but I'm mostly from the West Coast. Oh, okay. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. So then, as he's walking out, I finish almost at the same time as him. So the lady gives me my stuff. He says, you have a nice day now. Aww. I said, okay, thank you. And I stood there. I said, don't finish. Don't finish. So he walks out the door. I said, why are you gonna let that man flirt with me? Like when I tell you they were cracking up. Because they watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
They were cracking up. Talking about your toes look real nice. My toes are out. My toes look nice too.
That's great.
Sarah, leave me alone.
That's great.
Immediately. Leave me alone. Because how else can I tell you?
You did. Why would you say from nowhere?
Because I don't know how else to drop the hint. I literally
I am upset at that
don't
answer.
know how else to tell you my, what did Megan Trainor say? My answer is no. My sign is no. I don't know how else to tell you. I don't want to have this conversation with you.
We're not gonna
I
do
don't want to
this.
talk to you.
We're not gonna
There's
do
nothing about this that I'm intrigued, interested in. Please leave me alone. Well, this is what he said, actually. I said nowhere. He goes, well, I hear a little accent.
Where you hear the accent at?
I have a thing for accents, and I hear a little accent when you talk. I've said 3 words to you.
Also, what accent?
And also, what I said, I'm mostly from the West Coast. If you're asking me if I'm from California, I'm not, but I am mostly from the West Coast.
But you don't have no California
I
accent.
don't have an accent. What accent do you hear?
Exactly.
Stop. I've said to you, I be trying. Thank you. And no.
Have a good day, sir.
I've said 3 words. What accent do you hear? You're reaching is what's happening. You're
reaching.
pissing me off and leave me alone.
Hilarious.
So anyway, I just needed to get that. So I called Kev and I told him, he said, who was it? One of the workers? First of all, no.
Kevin's about to purchase that UPS. Are you kidding me? It's our UPS now.
And
Checking everybody who comes in.
They literally know who you are and they literally know who I am. Just relax.
Checking IDs at the door.
And they're like 20. Literally, there's like 4 young, when I say young people.
That sounds, first of all, don't say that like that. They had the young people.
They are young people. Okay, they are just barely older than Isaiah. They come in and they are there to work. They had a little, because this whole thing is recycling again. So they be having a little team Selena and team Haley tip jar.
Oh, that's great.
There.
That's cute.
We be talking. They're so nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't do that because they're actually really nice.
That's
and I
funny.
need you to relax. And it wasn't them. We kikied about it afterward.
Yeah.
It was the gentleman behind me. First of all, they were cracking up. So anyway, yes, call 20-year-old. They're kids. I'm sorry.
Young people.
The young people. So anyway, she said this the foolery we get in the dating streets. Well, girl, much prayers.
Much prayers.
Much prayers. Because I don't know, how do you say no without being rude? Because as soon as you are rude with your no, now you're a B.
Absolutely.
And a this, and they didn't want to talk to you to begin with, and it's all this. Well, so I need you to open your eyes wide. I need you to open your ears. Because you would have caught that I wasn't interested
You
without
gotta
me
throw
being
in
rude.
your husband. You just gotta be like,
I have a whole ring on my finger.
No.
You
You
know
have to
how
say
he
it.
said I was doing this?
No, you
all
gotta
weird.
say it.
That was your opportunity to scan my fingers.
And actually, it doesn't matter because literally I have had in Atlanta, I haven't had that happen here, but in Atlanta, I have said my husband or when we were dating my boyfriend, and they have literally said, "Are you happy?" I've also gotten from Greg and other people, "I just want to be your friend. You looking for a friend?"
Wait, tell them this story because we just talked about this over the weekend at my house. I did the little fondue thing. The girls stayed over late afterward,
Yes.
but we ended up talking about, I don't even know.
I know.
I actually
Some of
don't know how
everything.
this conversation
It was a
evolved.
great time.
It was a great time. But Mel ended up telling us how Greg approached her, which I feel like it was the first time I heard it. It was
Really?
great. I don't feel like I've heard "Do you need a friend" before.
Oh my gosh, yes, his claim to fame, child.
It is great.
I was outside. I had been drinking, so I don't know what I said, but
Mel definitely had her flights.
I drank the stuff. My car had been messing up. This is what I said.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, it's the truth. I just don't remember. But my car had been messing up. There was an outside parking lot where we lived, and I was on the phone with my daddy who wasn't in Atlanta, and he's trying to walk me through how to do this. And I'm like, Daddy, I don't know nothing about cars. And so he says, ain't no maintenance man or somebody there that can help you. And I don't know if Greg was just out there or if I've ended up finding him. But regardless, he comes over and I think he was trying to help me. I don't even remember. But regardless, the way the conversation ended was him asking if I had a man and if I needed a friend, if I was looking for a friend. And I gave him my number
Yeah, you didn't say this, but I do know this part.
I gave him my number, but he never called me, which is so rude, right? And so then a couple days later, our dish disposal was broken in our apartment. And so I put in my very first maintenance order. It was really broken, but we typically never called the maintenance man. I didn't even know I didn't know that man, but regardless, we called the maintenance man. Put in an order, and I left a little note that was like, our dish disposal is broken. Also, here's my number that you didn't call from the other day.
Here's your number, my number again.
And then he called me by the time I made it to my
He said he lost it or he didn't.
He said he put it in wrong.
It's very Greg, though. I believe Greg.
Whatever. I think when I looked in his phone, he had it in as like 202. That was our apartment number. So I'm like, are you talking to all the girls in the apartment? Do you have to put their apartment numbers?
He did what I did, graphic designer.
Why do you have to put people's numbers?
He did what I did,
like that?
graphic designer.
No, but he ended up texting. I was interning at TBS at that time, doing viewer relations. Terrible internship, let me tell you. But regardless, by the time I made it to TBS, I had a text from him.
Now he dyslexic and the number is 202, so forward or backwards, it's correct.
Figure it. No, yeah. I'm gonna tell my very quick flirting story that I actually I'll give an abbreviated version because I actually haven't told anybody this story because it like messed with my mind. I haven't told Greg, so if you're watching, this is what happened. When I was covering the ASAP Rocky trial, there was a person there who attended every day that I attended. And one of the days that I was there inside the courtroom and I needed to walk out. I think I was walking out like for whatever reason. But it wasn't like everybody leaving the courtroom. It was just me. So I was walking out and this person was standing like near the door. And I guess he was like in my way. And so I have all my things. So I'm like, excuse me, not aggressively, but like, excuse me. And so he kind of playfully is like, oh my God, don't come get me. So I was like, ha ha, like I wasn't being aggressive, but like whatever. And so I walk out, right? And so after that first time, it became this like thing he would do. So every time he would see me, he would be like, oh, she coming to get me. Oh, I'm so scared. And I think what's important for this story is that he's literally not scared because he's literally a bigger guy, because he literally is employed to be a bigger guy for that kind of stuff. I'm just saying. So it was like a play. So you're like intentionally being funny is my point, that like, oh, I'm so scary. Like, bruh. So anyway, that happens every single break, every single day for like 3 days, every time. Right. And so toward the end of these 3 days, I walked out, and then before I could come in, because the court was in session, so I'm like standing at the door waiting to get in, and he's kind of like in this holding space. And so he's like, what do you do exactly? So I'm like, oh yeah, like independent journalism type of thing, covering this situation, blah, blah, blah. We're talking whatever. And so I was like, what do you do? And like, tell me about what you do. So he's kind of explaining what he does. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I go into the courtroom. The next day, we have another interaction. And he says, I'm actually about to go back to New York because it's my time off. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. And as I'm kind of walking, he says, you going to miss me? So that I'm like, me? Is he talking to me? Why would I miss? I don't know you. Why would
I miss you, sir?
I miss you?
Do I even know your name?
Literally. So I go and I sit down.
What a strange question.
So now I'm like making sure I don't get any kind of eye contact. But I'm also thinking in my head. So this is what happens for me. In my head, I start thinking, oh my gosh, was this playful interaction exchange that we were having? Did I lead him to believe that I was interested in him? What did I do that would make him think I would miss him? I don't understand what's happening. Why did he say that to me? So then I'm like trying to, now I don't care if I got to use the bathroom. I got to check my phone. I don't care. I'm just going to sit right here. We're going to go in and out with groups of people, not by myself, not happening. So then he catches me again. And then he says, I asked you earlier, you ain't answer if you going to miss me.
It's always the circle back. You didn't answer my question.
I was like, nah, I gotta go. Wait, but then in my head, I'm like, the fact that I didn't like directly say, no, I am not gonna miss you. I am married. Like, oh my gosh, am I a terrible wife? Am I a terrible person? Am I leading this man on? Like, I don't know anything about you. I don't want to know anything about you. I actually just want to cover this trial and go home.
I promise that's all I want to do.
And then, so this is the day he said, like, I'm leaving tomorrow, like, back to New York. So I'm like, okay, this is good, like, gonna be the end of this. But at the end of the trial days, I had to act like I was TMZ and like catch recordings of Brianna and ASAP Rocky and all this stuff. And so he would be around when that was happening. So I'm like recording and he kind of gives a little like, all right, see you later. I'm like, have a good flight.
All this time we could have been BFS with.
Listen, I was like, bro, I was about to really try to go. Can I have you on my podcast? Let me ask you some
That's
questions
so
about
real.
what you do.
That's
and now
so
I
real.
can't do anything because you asked me if I missed you, if I'm going to miss you. Anyway, fun times. That feels like a good transition to tell you about Revolve.
We love Revolve over here because in the event that you're at trial, in the event that you're at the UPS store,
And you want to look fly?
and you want to look fly, Revolve has you covered. Literally, these pants that I have on, and this belt, because you can actually
It's
see
cute.
the belt. If you can see the belt through the microphone,
Oh,
let me stand up. This belt
it's cute.
is actually from Revolve. I kid you not. You can find it right now. I'll make sure it's linked actually on our little thing.
Oh, yeah.
But this belt is from quite literally Revolve. I actually think these pants are too, but for sure this belt is. I shop there all the time. We're going to Europe in about a week and a half. Melanie and I, and Tab actually. And child, yeah, everything I got for this trip, just about is from that good old Revolve. I love it because they have fast shipping. There's multiple brands all on the site, so that way you're not going to individual stores here, there, and everywhere. They have a really great return policy, which is fantastic because sizings don't be sizing the way sizing should be sizing. And so in the event you need to order multiple, or you thought you were this size, but you're actually that size, you can ship it back and get what you need correctly. Their customer service is also really phenomenal. And so just all around, legitimately, highly recommend if you're in the, spring break is here, you need an outfit.
Amen.
Summer's around the corner, you need an outfit. They have everything from accessories to hats to shirts to belts to shoes. They have some pre-loved designer things, just some of everything.
Yes, it is. It is quickly becoming one of my favorite places to shop.
It's great.
For the very many reasons that Melissa said.
From last-minute getaways to party dressing and seasonal upgrades, Revolve has you covered with fast 2-day shipping and easy returns on all of them. And for a limited time, you can shop a curated selection of our favorite styles at revolve.com/GJ and receive 15% off your first order with code GJ. That's revolve.com/GJ to shop our top picks and get 15% off your first order with code GJ.
Last thing I'm going to say, and then we really are going to go to Pop the Trunk, because this is the story that you just reminded me where I had to ask myself, am I the person that's flirting that's causing you to think that this is something that's not? When I worked at Boeing, we talked about this on Love Hour. It's also included in my book. When I worked at Boeing, I worked upstairs where all like the offices were, right? I was in procurement, like supply chain basically. And downstairs was the plant floor, where they were literally building airplanes. Most of the crew that works down there are men. Okay. There's this one black guy that came in. They work like these, like, I don't want to call them swing shifts, but they come in on like alternating shifts basically. And so he always came in right around my lunchtime. And so I would go downstairs, because that's where the cafeteria was, to get lunch. He would be clocking in, doing whatever he was doing. And so after a while, you start seeing the same person. He's black, I'm black. It's not a bunch of black people there. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Very good. I'm going to get lunch. It's a beautiful day. Small talk.
Yeah.
One day this man says to me, it was a Friday, and I had a little sundress on, but I'm still to this day will put a jean jacket over no matter what I got on because I'd be cold. So I had a little sundress on, but it wasn't even one of those, like, sundresses these days are not what sundresses used to be back then.
Yeah.
Nowadays they're a little bit more form fitting. They be real sheer and see through. I ain't got much curve to begin with. That's first of all. And it wasn't like what sundresses are today. So anyway, I had this little dress on. And when you work in aerospace, when they change shifts, there's this thing called a FOD check. It stands for Foreign Object Debris. And essentially, when the shift changes, the new crew has to go in and clear the plane to make sure that nothing from the previous shift landed where it shouldn't be.
Got it.
An earring back, a straw, a plate, because you brought your lunch in there. You really shouldn't. Your phone, anything, because literally some of the things you work on are like critical safety items. So if something gets lodged somewhere, the brakes may not work, the landing gear may not work, and these things are critically safe for the flight to take off.
Amen.
Okay, so you have to do this FOD check. Okay, all of this is important because he says to me,
The man
with
your sundress on.
girl, you look so good, it make me want to do a FOD check on you.
That's sexual harassment. That is harassment of the sexual nature. Sir.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild. That is actually.
I was like,
it completely inappropriate.
this feels so disgusting. I
Call the
felt
police.
like almost naked.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
where you're
yeah.
just like,
oh,
what just happened? This just really like crossed the line. And so I was like stunned. Got my lunch, went back upstairs. Mind you, I didn't go back downstairs for.
Never again.
I'll pack my lunch now. I literally never have to see you again. I told my manager.
Oh.
After I talked to Kev, because I was like, I really don't want to get him in trouble.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Gross. Yeah.
so inappropriate.
That is inappropriate.
Oh, so anyway, yeah, men don't be catching the hit. I guess that's the long and the short of
not
it.
appropriate to say.
Yeah.
At work at that.
At
the
work.
nerve.
And all I could think of course, I never worked on the floor. That's what we called it. But like where the planes were. But in my mind, and this is where I got like,
Yeah.
like a thought, you're checking everything.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's wild. That's wild. Completely inappropriate.
So inappropriate.
We should have pulled up on him.
Like, I say the 90s were a wild time. It's weird because you don't really realize, like, that it really was, like, it took me a minute. In the moment, I realized, like, this is really gross. And then you sit on it, and then you realize, this is sexual harassment. Like, literally,
Absolutely.
this is sexual harassment. That's
Yeah.
what this is. But you don't,
100%.
you don't always have the language right away, or at least
Yeah.
I didn't, because you don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you feel, in the moment, you just feel like, ugh, gross. And later you identify, I felt gross because.
Exactly.
I felt gross
Yes.
because that was actually harassment.
Yes.
That was inappropriate. That shouldn't have happened. Gross.
And that's why she said that's why we have trainings now. You're exactly right.
Yes.
Because I think people assume that you're going to know in the moment.
Yeah, and you
you're
don't.
right. Sometimes you may feel dirty,
Yeah.
nasty, whatever the feeling is, shameful, whatever. Or you think, oh my God, what did I do? to make you
100%.
think
You're like, did I invite this?
that
Did
this is
I
okay? What is
hit to you?
it? And I say sundress because I'm like, baby, it was my outfit.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, maybe that's what it was.
100%.
Girl.
No, wait. It's reminding me of
Go.
one story, because so that we don't make this a sexual harassment
Episode.
I was at the nail salon once. It's still in my mind. I'll be
you
like,
told
I
me
don't
this.
think this is real. I was getting a pedicure once, and it has never happened to me before outside of this one time. So I'm like, no, this is crazy. The guy was doing my pedicure, and he kept leaning over to where my toe, I kid you not, kept rubbing his nipple. And at first I'm like, oh my gosh, that's weird. Like, I rubbed his nipple, like, let me adjust, because that's so crazy. He kept doing it. Like, I'm kid you not. He kept making, and I mean like rubbing his nipple back and forth. And I'm like, what is this?
Do you have a fetish? What is going on?
So you go from like, oh my gosh, that was an accident, let me adjust. It happens again, like, oh my God, okay, like, let me sit in my seat and get it together. And then it happens again, and you're like, my nigga, are you doing that? And I just felt so like, well, I don't want to rub your nipple, and I shouldn't be forced to rub your nipple. I just want to get my toes painted.
Literally.
So like, honestly, this is really weird. So anyway, it's never happened again. So I always think about it, because I'm like, this has never happened again. That means it was intentional by
That
you.
was
And
you.
it happened repeatedly during this session. By the end, I was just like, I'm good. Thank you. I'll go with clear today. Have a good day.
Like, I literally just want to be done and
just
get up
want to
and
be
walk
done.
away.
So anyway. All right. We're going to transition to other topics. Pop the trunks. But we'll
Hi, this is Nino, a proud
Nino.
co-counsel problem child. All right, I'm here to pop the trunk on Siri. First of all, because every time I tried to do this, Siri kept popping up. But when I need you to tell me my next turn on time, you want to tell me late. Now, who gonna make a right? I can't. Nope, can't do it because you didn't tell me in enough time. What is it, Siri? Are you working from home? Like, are you tired? Get to work and figure it out.
Oh, that's it. I think all of these virtual assistant things are trash. They're hardhead. They don't listen. They don't know their names. Like,
You ever be in the car and be like, Alexa, Siri,
all the time.
Somebody answer me.
Literally all the time. All the time. And my problem is I talk to, what's the Google? Alexa. I talk to Alexa like she is one of the boys. Girl, turn off. Hey, turn that up. What's the name of the song? Girl, I think you have to say Alexa. It's never Alexa, please turn this up.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, turn that up.
Yes.
Turn that volume to 3. Turn off. Why would you play this song? You know I don't want to play this. Skip that song.
Yes.
Girl, I only obey commands. You are talking to me like I am human. I am not.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, this is the thing I have done. Because sometimes when I like a little bit know where I'm going, I will turn the volume. I don't want Siri to talk to me the directions. I just want you to post it on my screen so I can see. So I figured out how to turn the audio off for the directions.
Oh.
I don't know how to turn it back on. And I'm lost right now. It's off right now and I can't figure out how to make it come back on, but I need her to tell me. I need her to say, in 2 miles, you got to turn left. Because I don't always be looking at the screen. So anyway, I don't know how to unmute. If anyone here knows how to unmute, put it in the comments.
That is
How do you unmute
so
the directions?
hilarious. They
You've
said
never-
test the screen. No, because I need my directions. When she's off, I be pissed. Talk, girl. What is your problem? Why are you on mute? Turn on.
All the time, though, sometimes I'm like, I'm
I
singing.
but I would,
I'm
once I know
singing.
where I'm going, turn off. Then I'm just cutting the directions off.
Oh.
But until that point, no, girl. Hey, girl, you need to turn left. Thank you so much. I'll be turning left.
See, no.
I sure will. Thank
She'll
you.
cut in right when I'm finna hit a note. I'm in there singing Beyonce. We finna go to the bridge. And she'll be like,
Oh, yeah.
she'll turn the music down
She
and
do.
turn herself up to tell you to turn
Yeah.
left. And now I got to rewind a little bit. And
To hear the part. Because also it'll skip a little bit. She turns low. You be like, that was a good part. I want to listen to.
I want to sing that part. And now you struggling because you're driving, but you're trying to rewind it because you
Yeah.
missed your part. And also she already telling you the next direction because now you got to turn right in 1 mile. You're talking too much. Stay on the screen quietly. Except I need her to talk again. So, all right.
If you knew enough of where you were going, you should have turned it off completely. Because I'd be like, all right, girl, I'm on the Wi-Fi. I know where I'm at now. Shut up. Shut up. I got it from here. Okay?
Now feels like a good time for Vegamore.
All right.
Thank you, Vegamore, for being a sponsor of this podcast. I'm always trying to do right by my body, so when it comes to hair and scalp health, finding products that are both clean and actually work seems like a trade-off. But with Vegamore, I get both. I get products that are clean and that give me visibly healthier hair and scalp. I mean, come on. With Vegamore, I'm able to have thicker, healthier, longer hair without all the harsh ingredients. Each cute pink bottle of Vegamore is 100% cruelty-free and never made with harmful chemicals like parabens or hormones. There's so many great products at Vegamore, but the ones that I'm loving the most right now have to be the Vegamore Grow Revitalizing Shampoo and Conditioner Kit, and then of course, a long time and forever favorite, the Grow Hair Serum. This one right here is a classic that anyone who is trying to have fabulous hair has to have in their kit. And then when it comes to this shampoo and conditioner, easiest thing that I could have ever swapped into my routine. Having it be clean and make my hair look this good, why would I not? What's even better is Vegamore's value kits like the Grow Essentials Kit, where you get to try more than one amazing product at a great savings. When you sign up for a monthly subscription, you save more and you never run low on the products you need to take care of your hair. The key is consistency in your routine for your most beautiful, healthy looking hair. I use Vegamore Grow Hair Serum daily and my hair and scalp are flourishing. Fun fact, Vegamore sells 1 bottle of Grow Serum every 15 seconds on their website. That's how good this stuff is. For a limited time, Gin Juice listeners can get a 20% discount off their first order at vegamore.com/gin using code GIN at checkout. That's vegamore.com/gin using code GIN to get 20% off your first order. Now back to you, Listen Mel, for the rest of the podcast.
Hey, Melissa. Hey, Mel. I am thoroughly enjoying the podcast and loving everything about Jitty Juice. Getting to the point. I want to pop the trunk on adulting, but also the job search process. I recently just left the classroom because I truly do believe that God told me to leave, and I'm out here on faith, subbing part-time, really trying to figure out what I want to do. I applied to these jobs, specifically one, which will remain nameless. And why am first of all, I waited months to hear back from them. Then they go on a hiring freeze. And then not only did y'all go on a hiring freeze, I had to reach out to them for them to tell me, oh, sorry, unfortunately, we went with 2 other candidates. Oh. Are you serious?
That's annoying.
Now, it's on me because I should have been looking for other jobs. But when I've been in the classroom for 7.5 years, I don't know what the job market search process is. I'm all new to this. This is ghetto. And then on top of that, I'm in my first year of marriage. What? Marriage really do be hard.
Hello.
But I love y'all, and this is ghetto. So
Amen.
I really don't know what to do.
Amen.
That's all I got.
Before now, searching and applying to jobs already sucked. The process in general sucked. And so now it's like suckier.
It's most suck.
It's the mostest. Yeah, I remember applying for jobs and really thinking like you're gonna get it right. And you be at the very beginning of like, I just hit submit and like I got that job. You got no call outside of the confirmation that they accepted your application.
Yeah.
But you be already envisioning it like, yep, it's gonna be amazing. And then the process of itself, you'll have a whole interview and HR will just never follow up with you. Will never tell you anything. And you're like, bro, that's so rude. I came in. And then you're hitting them up to like inquire and you're trying to craft a very nice email that's like, I enjoyed everything about the interview. I could see myself there.
Fake.
Please let me know if I got the job or not. They'll sometimes respond. And then sometimes they'll tell you we actually went with an internal candidate. Why would y'all play with my emotions like that?
Literally.
It's so stupid. So stupid. After I got laid off, I did an interview and it was rounds. Mind you, Netflix, we had rounds of interviews. It's like a full day of interviews, very intensive. But I was pregnant and I actually was like, I can handle this. This is fine. I did interviews after I got laid off with this startup. They made me do a project. And in the moment of them telling me to do the project, in my heart, I knew I should have said, no, because you're not paying me. But I did it. And I'm still upset with myself to this day because I didn't get the job. But I should have said no. Because asking people to work for you before you hire them is wrong. Don't make me do no stupid project. Don't make me give you over my ideas for free. And then you tell me I don't have the job. Like the whole process is so stupid.
I have nothing to add. I feel like as millennials, we have the worst of it right now.
It's the worst.
What did we just calculate? How many recessions have we been through?
4.
3? Oh, 4? No, 3. We did 08, 2020, which didn't last very long, but we're counting it. And right now.
Yes.
Like, it's really crazy when you think about all the things we've had to, even though technically we were young for the 08 recession.
Yeah.
For real, that's Gen X's thing. To be completely honest with you, for real, that's Gen X. We was barely, I think the housing crisis was like in 08, right?
Yeah. I say y'all had it affect y'all house.
We bought our house in 06.
Yes.
Yes. So, but we were also young. We were like 23. Most people are not buying houses that young.
Yes.
But like Gen Xers, they're a little bit
Yes.
more established. But regardless, so some of us, we were in our 20s. Yeah, we were in our 20s. We was working. Our 401ks had just barely started, and that tanked. Like, a lot of stuff was not. We have been through a lot.
It's so stupid.
We've
It's
been through
a
a lot.
lot.
And then you have to go out and get jobs now. Jobs are so hard to find. Our nephew is looking for a job right now in Texas, and I'm just like, baby boy,
Good luck.
like it's
And they want the world, and they want to pay you pennies.
literally.
It's like, how do you want 10 years of experience for this entry-level job, and then you're going to pay me $30,000
which is not enough for nothing, nowhere.
to buy eggs?
Gas is
like,
expensive.
come
Eggs is
on.
expensive. And housing across the United
Housing.
States.
It costs
housing
so much.
is so expensive. When people are graduating from college with master degrees and can't find a job that pays them what they were sold the dream
Yeah.
that they should get with the education.
Oh, 100%.
Like, what is happening?
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway.
That's why it's hard. College is great, but, like, honestly, right? The experience of college is great. And I think the slow transition from child to adult is great with college. Like, that's what it really affords you. And it affords you, in some sense, responsibility. Like, I don't think college is really not about, like, a skill set. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you are a doctor.
Well, yeah, and then you go to med school. Like, that is what that's for. But,
Exactly.
like, undergrad itself is to transition you from being a child to being an adult, to being able to do your laundry, cook your food, pay your bills, and do it in an environment in which you are safe
Training
to,
wheels.
to
I
mess
literally
up.
call it adulthood on training wheels.
Yes, that's the point. Because job-wise,
Today, the what education
What are you
used to be a form of, I can't think of a better word, so I'm going to say transportation. It used to be a form of transportation for you to transcend your current or your family socioeconomic
Yes.
status. You used to be able to do that by way of education.
Yeah.
If I got a college degree, I could do better than, perhaps my mama who was a single mom.
Yeah.
Or my parents who were in the working class. Nowadays, you go to college and you are still
yeah,
barely making ends meet,
Uh-huh.
and you have debt.
yeah, and you have debt.
And you have debt.
That's the truth.
So now you have to consider and negotiate in your life marriage.
Yep.
Can I afford a wedding? Can I afford a car? Can I afford a kid? Can I afford a house? I don't know, because I have $200,000 in student loan debt that I need to figure out
Yeah.
how to pay back. And don't be a teacher. Our sister did that the way the United States
Oh, man.
cares not. And I mean this as a whole, as a country, but I know a lot of these things are like individual states to have different requirements. But as a whole, this country undervalues
Oh, my gosh.
teachers.
100%.
And the fact that they have to go out and get master degrees to be a teacher, and then you pay them as much as a cashier at Chick-fil-A.
I mean, nothing. That is wild.
Wild.
It really is wild. And then we just be leaving our kids with these people and hoping for the best.
And it's dangerous nowadays.
Yes, I know you're getting about $2 an hour.
Why can you not? Why are you a teacher
Yeah, it's so bad.
and you can't afford to make ends meet?
yeah,
You literally have to get a second job.
yeah. It's insane.
Buy your own supplies.
Don't do a project. Don't have a project for the student chat. You got to buy everything. Don't want to
Literally.
decorate your classroom.
All
you got to
on
have
you.
a GoFundMe.
All on you.
It's insane. It's so insane. But I just want to say this one thing, because I said all what I had to say about undergrad, which I stand by. I don't think it contributes to you doing an actual job. However, I do think because of the responsibility that it teaches you, typically in most cases, that there is obviously still a benefit to it. I think that you come out of college many times. I did. Let me speak from my experience. The version of me beforehand was very much a child. But when you go there and for the first time you are responsible to get up on time, get yourself to class, write a paper that's due in 3 days, but I'm telling you now, so you have 3 days to do it. And whether you procrastinate or do it now, it's your responsibility. Take your tests. You know, like you can go out and experience college life and partying and all of that, but you still have to make sure you're home. And so I think the responsibility aspect of college is very valuable and useful. And there are a ton of things I loved about it. And that's one of them. But when it comes to applying for a job, they gonna give you a training to tell you how to do everything they need you to do. Yeah. And it's not going to come from anything you learned at school.
Yeah.
They're going to train it. They're going to train you.
I also think, I agree with you. And I also think college is good for connections, networking, that kind of thing.
100%.
So that way when you do apply for jobs, maybe you know somebody that you went to school with, your mama, your daddy, a teacher, somebody that can like make those connections for you. I think it's good for you. And low key though, sometimes, and this is where it's frustrating because the pay should also warrant this. Sometimes education is just a barrier. And what I mean by that, I should say a filter. You can't apply for certain jobs unless you have a college degree. My problem is that the pay isn't always, doesn't always equate to that.
Yeah.
If this job requires me to have an education behind me, then the pay should reflect the fact that I have a college degree
100%.
behind me.
And they be paying
and that's the problem.
Like you from high school.
This is a very you're going to train me anyway. You're going to do well. If you're going to train me, then open it up. Anybody should be able to get it. You're just going to target folks with a college degree, make me feel like I'm somebody special because I went out and got my degree.
Girl,
I'm
with
the
the
dummy.
student loan to match.
Just out here dump me.
Yeah. And pay you nothing.
And
child.
pay you
I mean nothing.
Nothing.
It's really crazy. It's sad.
When I first started working at KFC, I was making $5.25 an hour.
Oh.
I will never forget that. And it was enough then to buy what I needed to because nails, for example, were $25.
100%. By the time I started, they went up $2.
How much were you?
I was
27?
making $7.25.
Oh, I thought you meant nails.
No, at KFC.
Were you?
Yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah, I was making $5.25. What is crazy is I'm still young. Hello?
Amen.
And what is minimum wage now? It's still not enough.
Is it? What is it in Washington?
What is the federal minimum wage? Wait, what is the federal? It says it's $7.25.
Oh, well, in Washington State, it's $16.66. We was in Washington.
Yeah, we were in
they,
Washington.
They paid better than a lot of places. That's crazy.
The federal minimum wage is $7.25.
See, look, it was in 2005. That's when I was working. It was $7.35. That's what I was making in high school, an hour. And girl.
That's the
crazy.
other thing. The other thing that frustrates me specifically is how all of these states, the cost of living varies state to state. And living in South Carolina, living in Southern California.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many people in our family that are like, oh, I want to move out to LA. Like they see what we're doing. I want to move out. Do not.
Don't move here.
Not. Housing. I went down the rabbit hole not that long ago on why it is so expensive. Housing is so expensive in LA. There's multiple reasons, but when you boil it all down, the nuts and bolts of it all,
The weather and the beach.
racism.
Well.
Racism. It has to do with it's not called coding, it's zoning.
Oh, zoning.
It's called zoning.
Years ago.
Mm-hmm. And when you trace all the zoning all the way down, it's racism. That's it. That's
the most
all.
expensive places are the places that were zoned where black people couldn't live.
Bingo. Somebody just said that?
No.
Oh. That's,
Redlining.
Yeah. Yep.
Well.
Yep. And that's to keep us. And now they have, there's a lack of like apartment buildings here. They zone for only single family dwellings. And so that means we're 3 people here. There's not just one building we all can live. We all individually need a single family dwelling.
Yeah.
And so there's more people than there is inventory. And then but the same problem, because there's not that many apartments for people to live or condos, that kind of place. Then guess what? They can charge more because the 3 of us are fighting. I went on a deep dive.
That's why we should move.
This is why I want to move.
It's too expensive.
I hate it here.
All right. Next.
Hey, you know who I want to pop the trunk on?
Who, girl?
I want to pop the trunk on my ex-husband
Amen.
because I've been with him for 10 years, 3 years, engaged, 7, married.
Okay.
This is the year I say goodbye. You know, I was released, meaning I knew when I was supposed to let him go. It was in January of this year. And February 2nd is what sealed it for me.
Okay.
You know, it's one thing
Tell us.
to go through highs and lows in marriage.
Yeah.
It's another thing to be a jerk
Oh.
and to be intentional about being a jerk. I think that to anybody that wants to get married, make sure you see that person in all of the seasons
All for it.
so that you will know exactly who you're marrying.
Amen.
God bless y'all.
God bless.
And bye.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Melissa.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Mel.
Hey.
I love y'all.
Love
like
you
y'all my
too.
cousins
Oh,
All
yes.
right.
in my head.
Okay.
Okay.
Peace and love.
Peace
Y'all
and love.
are the best. Bye-bye.
Bye. But sister girl, I got one question for you though. I'm with you though. Pop the trunk on the ex-husband. He was out here being a jerk, and for that reason, good you left. I'm proud of you. But if y'all was married for engaged for 3 years and dated for 7, you had saw him for all the seasons.
I know he must have just went crazy
Yeah,
afterwards.
what happened?
Something else happened there.
Something else had to have happened. Was it the pandemic or something? Because when I was doing the math, I thought you was going to say like it was a quick little situation. And then it was like, boom, I don't know who I married. Like, you know, who the F did I marry type
Yes.
situation. And then it was too late because you jumped in real fast. And so you was like, oh, man. So my advice to y'all, just beware. But you had said y'all was
Y'all was
engaged
together for a minute.
for 3 years.
What? Come back for part 2.
Because what happened?
Run it back. We need a part 2.
Was it the
When did he start being a jerk? When did the jerkness show up?
Because I just
And
got
what
one
did it look
question.
like?
Yeah, I got a question. I do got one more question.
But you know what the truth is? Because listen, people can be one way for a long time.
That's true.
And then all of a sudden not be that way anymore.
That is true.
They can switch it up. Life can make them change. They can decide to make
And the
changes.
pandemic did
A lot of things to a lot of people.
screw people up.
It makes you reevaluate things. I have a friend who her husband lost his father. And she was like, I don't know who this man is since his daddy died. He is a completely different person. And that kind of stuff can change people.
For sure.
And the relationship dynamics and who they like that, a lot of that can happen. So amen to you. I'm happy that you are.
You found the courage to leave.
Amen.
Because no one deserves to be treated
Poorly.
meanly. Poorly?
Poorly. And don't be with a jerk. Who wants to be with a jerk? That's annoying.
Yeah, don't be with a jerk. One more, you got this. Go for it, girl.
Do it now.
Sure. Because some of us, we are jerks, or we get with jerks because that's what we believe we deserve. And so when we have that internal belief about ourselves, sometimes we find ourselves being magnets to those type of people.
Absolutely. Which is why now is a great time to tell you about BetterHelp.
Who sponsors today's episode?
Absolutely. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. I'm going to tell you about them now. Well, just what Melissa was saying, sometimes when you are in a relationship, any kind of relationship, whether it be romantic, friendship, otherwise, it don't matter. At work, okay? It could be the man working on the bottom floor who then said something inappropriate to you. It could be the nail guy who is making you do things you don't even realize you're doing, okay? And you may need to talk those things out. And that is where therapy can be useful for you. And therapy is an investment. It can sometimes feel like a big investment, but the state of your mind is just as important as your physical health. So let's talk numbers. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up fast. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. With BetterHelp With BetterHelp, you pay a flat fee for weekly sessions, saving you big on cost and on time. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With online therapy, you get quality care at a price that makes sense and can help you with anything from anxiety to everyday stress. Your mental health is worth it, and now it's within reach. That's exactly what BetterHelp does. It allows therapy, which has, I think, historically, right, been viewed as something that is out of reach for regular folks or not for regular folks, or you don't understand what the point of therapy is. And BetterHelp is very accessible for you. It's at a price point that you can afford. You can, like they said, it's 50% off of an average in-person session. And it's so flexible. You can do it online. You just tap on in, okay? And the flexibility of the therapist, the many options you can choose from, all of that just really helped in making it very accessible. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. It's convenient, too. You can join a session with the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life, plus switch therapists at any time. Your well-being is worth it. Visit betterhelp.com/GJ to get 10% off of your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GJ.
Very good. Where are we at on time? Oh, we probably could do a couple more and end it out. Okay. Oh, perfect. I still haven't watched that Oprah menopause thing, and I really, really need to actually. Actually, maybe I'll download it when we take this trip.
Maybe I will.
If I could, what song are you singing? Because the song came to my mind when I said it.
I don't know. It says if I could, though.
Yeah, literally, as I said it, a song was entering my mind.
I don't know. The way you said it, I don't know. It slipped my mind when you asked me.
Me too, because as soon as I said it, it was in my brain.
And out. Okay.
Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say.
If I could, Jasmine Sullivan. You're the talent. I will. But it's that easy. But
Play it.
If I could.
Because it's not ringing a bell right now.
Love with Another Man? Oh, I love that song.
Play it, man.
I'm not even in love with another man, but I love that song. Oh, they're saying, okay, there's a lot of, okay, this is the one this is where my brain went.
Okay, play it.
Oh, it's my favorite. Oh, is this even a version though? Because she does a version that's my jam.
Oh, she got a real intro.
There it is. Oh, such a great song.
I love Jasmine. Also, Jasmine Sullivan Radio is really good. This is it. This is exactly it. This is exactly it. What a beautiful voice. Could you imagine being able to sing like this?
No.
At any time?
Oh, my. There's a version of her singing this at like a conference table. I think she's like in a meeting or something. Oh.
Just imagine sitting at a conference table in a meeting and being able to sing the way Jasmine Sullivan can sing. What a gift.
I don't even know where it's at. I don't even see it. I used to watch it repeatedly because it was so insane. It's so effortless, and she's just like belting. It's incredible.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So good.
What an amazing, if you had a gift, we're here for this tangent. If you had a gift that God could give you right now, bestow upon you right now, what would your
It
gift?
would be singing.
Mine too.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
I don't even know what another gift would be, to be honest.
I
But it would definitely be singing.
wish I could sing so bad.
Dancing would be a close second, though.
Oh my gosh, did you see Sierra?
At Coachella
Oh,
with Megan.
I love her.
So good.
So good.
And Sierra has gained the weight that I wish I could gain.
Yes, she looks like she's a mama.
I love it so much for her.
She got thick.
I want to do the chair exercise.
Oh.
Listen,
Don't
I was
record
going to
it, though.
do
Some of these people look silly.
well, and that's what I was going to do. And then I was like, Melissa, you have to know who you are as a person. Okay, you have to recognize who you are as a person, and that's not what you should be doing. But I do want everyone to know that in my mind, like, I can do that.
Oh my gosh.
Sierra, she inspires me.
She is. It brought me so much joy seeing that
So
woman
good.
walk out and shake that.
Do they have a
ass
song together,
like
or
that.
is
No,
Meg just
she
sampling
takes a sample
from
yeah,
goodies?
Yes, it was so good. Listen. Shout out to Meg. Love. That's amazing. She's great. But Sierra though, she looks good.
She does.
Her songs are good.
She does.
Her dancing is insane. Like
So good.
hate what people used to say about her because she low-key, I go to a Sierra concert because low-key, I know Sierra songs.
I do too.
She has songs.
I would absolutely go to
You
a Sierra
could
concert.
run a good, we used to say there should be a versus of her and who
Who
was
do
it?
we say?
I can't remember now. But she low-key,
No, she has some hits for sure.
she got some hits you can run through and people know.
Yeah.
People know.
No. When I was in my like trying to be sexy era, I used to practice the ride video.
Oh my gosh. We all.
What a gift.
None of us look like that.
What a gift.
Remember her on top of the hood for
What a gift.
what is her song with Luda? No, it was is it Ride?
I was about to say I think it is because her legs are super long. She has like a black bathing suit situation on.
But that she's on the hood.
Sierra. Yeah, she's on the hood of a car.
No, it's an old one I'm thinking.
Which one are you thinking of? Oh, you know what? She's in front of a car.
It's O.
Oh.
Oh, they all know
Oh.
it's O. Oh. Her doing, I said, ow. Oh.
She's
O is
so
right.
good.
O is right,
She's
girl.
such an amazing dancer. She has
Yes.
really great stage presence as well.
Yeah.
This woman,
What a time.
what a gift.
What a time.
This is my only thing. I'll be like, Russell Wilson.
He don't know what to do with none of that. He just be there.
Well, she stayed pregnant, so maybe he do, child. Maybe we don't know. Okay? Because if he said if he could have a Cinco, he would. Mr. Sir,
They have so many children.
let this woman have a career.
I don't understand. Give her uterus back. Leave that woman be.
He might know something and we all think he don't. Okay? That might be the truth. Okay?
Wow.
Because she like it, I love it for him.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen. What a time.
Yes. But that ride video, oh my goodness.
She has
Man.
she got some good like dancing in her videos, even down to like the mic one. You know,
Yes.
everybody was trying to do the mic thing.
Yes.
Like, come on. She is,
So good.
hey,
So
hey,
good.
CC.
She has another one that I really
Good
like
luck
too.
booking that stage you speak of. Rihanna was throwing shade. It was just such a funny. And I love Sierra, but that was funny. Even if I was Sierra, I would have laughed like, "Oh, you got me, bro."
So not
That's
that long
you,
ago,
but like you got me.
I sent to our group chat. Somebody was like, "Remember when Twitter was the Wild Wild West?" And they had this interaction. When I tell you, I always thought this interaction was fake and made up. I wasn't on Twitter. I'm still not on Twitter for real, but I definitely wasn't on Twitter back then. And so I sent it to the group chat and was like, "This happened?"
Oh, when Rihanna had no sense, that woman had no sense. She was too regular. Somebody should have tapped Rihanna and said, "Baby, you a superstar. You can't do this." Rihanna was on the internet acting like me. Like, girl, the future of Fenty, Savage and Fenty,
And that's why it's
beauty
Savage.
is in your,
And
it's
it
in
was
your
in you.
hands.
It was
the
in your
same
back end.
hands that you typed and told Sierra, "Good luck booking that stage you speak of." Why would you say
Why
that
would you say
to anybody?
that?
And then when she it's probably still. Did she finally change her profile picture?
Rihanna?
Yes,
From that little stick figure thing?
because that person drew a picture of her. Person drew a
I don't know
picture
if
of
she
her,
actually did.
and this girl made it her profile picture.
She did.
So
For a long
disrespectful.
time. For a long time, that was her profile
And
picture.
kept it. Why would you do that? Somebody just said, "I hate her kids' names," and she gonna say, "Okay, Tatiana." But it was spelled like, the spelling was like weird. So she put that, like she commented back, like, "Bruh, aren't you busy? Like, aren't you making like foundation or something? Why do you have time? How did you see my comments?" Like, baby, what?
One thing about Rihanna, she has time because she's not making an album. So
has
she
too much time.
always has time. Okay? Don't you have something to do? I do. Comment back to you.
Absolutely.
To let you know that you're being reckless. So I do have time. Yes, I
Okay,
do.
Tatiana.
Yes, because my business runs, and I'm going to respond to you, Tatiana.
I was cracking up.
That's not even an abnormal name.
No, but it was all text, but in my head, I just imagined her being like, "Okay, Tatiana." It's like, bro,
and then rolling up her window. You know that GIF where she's
Like, your son's name is RZA. It's so, I mean, she can, I mean, come on.
what is it? It's Risen. What else?
Riot
Riot.
Rose. Okay, Melissa.
I guess, girl. Like,
Don't you try it.
literally, I would be like,
She's so funny. Rihanna is hysterical.
because why? Because why you saying okay and then saying my actual name? Why is that insulting? But from Rihanna, I would be like, so I need to go to the security office and change my name now. Like, I don't.
Oh my gosh, when she disrespected Karrueche.
What did she say to Karrueche?
She called that woman a rice cake. That's rude. She did. That's when that's rude. Rihanna.
Why would she say that?
Because Rihanna had no sense. She was just out here being her PR person.
Was non-existent.
She probably still don't have one. Because I feel like she just does what she wants. Like, it'll be all right. They'll be fine.
You know who I have? I don't know why this is making me think of this, because it's making me think how relatable and like touchable Rihanna is. So it's making me think of the parasocial relationship that I have with Speedy.
Oh, I love Speedy Mormon.
Oh my God.
Oh, what a time. He just seems like a great time.
I want to meet this man so bad.
Me too. He's so funny.
He's so freaking hysterical.
Oh, man.
Oh, and then him and his little trio with Angel and Glorilla.
Oh, man. He be on them TikTok lives.
He was just on there with Funny Marco.
Oh.
Melanie.
How come we ain't had no Funny Marco content in a while? I need him to be posted.
He does need to. He does. He got on there with Funny Marco and said, Speedy, why you be on here leading these women on? And Speedy said, how come you got so many baby mothers? Funny Marco couldn't hang up the phone fast enough. Just. And then this is what's so stupid, but it was so funny. He played Beyonce irreplaceable afterward. It was like the two of them on the screen. Funny Marco disappeared. And he said, don't you ever for a second get to thinking. I said,
What are you doing?
This is so funny.
He is really, really funny. I enjoy that man's content. And yes, if you are unaware, your introduction to Speedy needs to be the Ray J interview.
Oh, I went
If you
back
are
and watched it.
unfamiliar with who he is, before you consume his content today, you gotta watch the infamous Ray J interview. He is the one who sat on that couch and said, but Ray J, I can break these. And Ray J was like, they're unbreakable.
You know you can't. They're unbreakable.
They're the world's first unbreakable sunglasses. And then Speedy's dumbass said, Snap. Why would you? He kept saying it though, like, Ray J, I can break these.
Literally, like, don't
No,
play
you
me.
can't.
I will break these right now.
Ray J,
I'm literally warning you.
I can break these. And Ray J's like, they're
No, you can't.
unbreakable.
They're unbreakable. Straight. I also want to meet Ray J so bad. I just want to know: are you for real, or is this all for a show? I want to know: are you for real?
I don't know. I have the same questions.
I feel like he's for real. I'm not gonna lie, but some of it I feel like he plays into, but a little bit of it I think is real.
I think so too.
Oh, he cracks me up. Did you see Speedy and Angel Reese when he was on Angel Reese's podcast?
I seen them at the basketball game.
Oh, Melanie. This interview is so hysterical because this woman is asking him, like, what's your craziest dating story? He's like, everything's crazy these days. Do you have a woman in your life? Yeah, my mother, my sister.
See, I'm serious.
She said, is there anyone, that you're interested in, anybody that you're looking at? I just focus on my relationship with God. I don't even look around for real. I look straight up.
I hate him. I hate
Like,
him so much.
the entire interview, he answers no questions. None at all. Are you a trick? You be spending money on women. I be spending money on, like, when I take my mom, my auntie, my sister,
The only women
and her
in my
friend.
life I
Yeah, they're the only women
acknowledge.
in my life that I go out with. Are the women? You ever been on a vacation? Nah. Never. You ever shot your shot at a woman? What exactly do you
I hate
mean
him. I am
when you
positive
say
that
shoot
man
your
has a
shot?
whole girlfriend.
Wait, same. And
For
the
years,
NDA
probably.
is ironclad.
Absolutely.
Because she's yet to come out and be
And
like,
she
it's
is
me.
minding her business.
It's me. When I tell you, I watched this interview, the whole clip is on his page. I've watched this entirely too many times. It is so hysterical. And that was the beginning of my I love him and Angel together. They just have a friendship. Super cute.
Yeah.
But then he interviewed Glorilla.
And I don't know why they are doing this.
I love it so much. Oh my God, I love it so much.
It's so silly.
It is so silly, but I think they're playing into I don't even think they're real for real dating, but I think they just play into it.
Yes.
But I'm just good for you guys. I love it.
And
Everything
she's
about
so
it.
funny.
Glorilla is hysterical.
She's so hilarious. Yeah. I just enjoy. I want to hear her talk, and he be making her repeat stuff.
Yes.
It's just great.
So great.
What a time.
Yeah, I enjoy him. He's a good time. But he's legit. He's interviewed literally everybody.
Yeah.
Barack Obama, literally everybody.
Well, because what outlet was he?
Complex.
Oh, it was Complex.
Yeah.
Okay. So he was
the guy.
the guy.
Yeah.
So he's legit a journalist.
Yeah.
But he's also so funny.
Yeah, he's
and
super
I'm so
funny.
happy that he's
And super this is the thing about Speedy that I find to be hysterical because he knows it. He's extremely attractive and he's also very flirty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And as women, you have to remember this is just what he doing.
Yeah.
Because when he's with Glorilla, you recognize she recognized, and you still are just
yes. Yeah, 100%. You're all into it.
Yes.
Yeah, this is believable.
and he's gonna play into it every single time. Well, you look pretty. Look at your braids.
Eats it up.
Who's there? You want a friend?
Yes.
Speedy, leave me alone.
Yes,
Because I'm
Those
finna
are the
punch you.
vibes.
I'm
Those are
finna
the
punch you in the
vibes.
face.
That's hilarious.
Oh, so great. But I love them. All right, moving on. One more.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Hey, Melissa. Hey, Mel. I love the show. I want to pop the trunk on making decisions as an adult. Because why? When we were kids and somebody else made the decision for us, it was so easy. All we had to do was just wake up in the morning, wear what we were told to wear, get dressed, go where we were supposed to go. And now as an adult, we have to sit back and make these life-changing decisions like, oh, do I want to leave my job? Oh, how much money should I be investing? How much should I be putting toward taxes? Oh, do I need a new roof for my house? What's going on? Every day it's something new and I'm tired.
Amen.
Adulting is horrible. I don't know who recommended it. I want to go back to being a child. Please just tell me what to do and I will do it. I promise. But it's too much for me. Y'all are great. I love everything you do. Okay, bye.
Decision fatigue is,
Oh,
we don't talk
shit,
enough
I'm about
about
to
it.
say
We don't talk enough about it. You can be sick of making decisions.
I am. And I get there quickly. I literally just told myself yesterday that I need to start deciding what I'm going to wear at the beginning of the week. You know, when you were younger and you used to have to pick out your
Yes.
outfits? I need to decide, especially when I'm going to do content.
Oh.
I need to understand because if I have to make it the day of,
Yes.
the whole,
much.
I'm not shooting the content. Just forget about it. I'm not doing that. And then you add the little decisions like dinner.
Oh.
I cannot stand. Nothing about dinner is attractive to me. From even if you're just Uber Eats it, I still have to choose a restaurant.
Still gotta choose.
And I'm never interested in what the restaurants have. But then you get to the restaurant finally after you make that decision and you have to go through the menu and decide what are you feeling. And I'm not one of those people that have intense cravings. So I never know what I want. I always know what I don't want, but I never know what I want. So then that's a whole thing. The clothing, what I'm going to wear is a whole thing. What content should I post? I need to figure that out. That becomes a whole thing. I just told Mel we're going to WrestleMania. I asked ChatGPT, what should I wear?
That's amazing. I need to try that.
MrsKevOnStage is going to WrestleMania. What would she wear?
Man.
You tell me. You tell me. Because I no longer, I don't have it in me to continue to make daily decisions.
It's exhausting. 100%. And when you have little children,
Oh,
they can't decide nothing. they be like, here's all of the problems you could ever imagine. Please solve them all for me. Bruh, good luck, okay? I don't know. That's why I be letting Micaiah do what she want.
Listen,
I don't know why Greg has so much decision energy because I am decision fatigue. She be like, I'm hungry. Chips is fine. I don't care. Vegetables, what is that? You could have Cheetos until you turn into one. I don't care. Good luck, honey. Are you kidding me?
Mel stayed the night at the house because we did the little fondue thing, which was a lot of fun, right? Mel was very tipsy. So she goes to bed. It's late. When I tell you Micaiah came in my room, I told Kev, I said, eventually, and I'm all for it. I'd be like, Micaiah, whatever you want. You can bother me 5,000 times. I really don't care. I said, Micaiah, you got to go to bed.
You experienced.
I said, you got to go to bed. Because she
She asked you for water?
Every 3 minutes. This is Micaiah. Auntie, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Or what does she say? She doesn't say
Hungry.
No, but I'm very hungry.
I hear it in my head.
I mean, I can't remember what she says.
I'm so hungry.
I'm so hungry.
I'm so hungry.
That's what she said. I said, I'm so hungry. I said, okay, let's go get some Cheez-Its. I get out of my bed. I'm comfortable too. Okay, warm, bundled up, laying down. I go downstairs, get her some Cheez-Its, bundle back up. Auntie, my iPad. So I go get her iPad. I don't even know how she says cord, but what she was trying to tell me is that the charger, that the charger wasn't doing what it needed to do. So I had to go get that. I cold. So I go give her a blanket. She gets in the bed. Monty lit me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Monty lit me.
This girl.
You got to go to bed. It's time.
She then started telling me things hurt. My elbow. It's owie. Why would your elbow be hurting? That doesn't even make sense. You're 3. And you don't have no joint pains. Nothing's happening. Mommy, my knee. I'm like, bruh, I need water. And I told you what she has started to do is put toys in her bed just so when it's bedtime, she can bring them to me to say, I found this in my bed. And then she just brings like individual toys. And it's like McDonald's Happy Meal toys, right? It's like, I found this car in my bed. I found this bow in my bed. Mommy, I found Micaiah's shoe in my bed. It wasn't in the bed. You got it from the closet, and then you brought it to me. Why are we doing this? Please stop. Please stop. Literally. She does not.
Because McKinley, she's so self-sufficient. You give her that iPad.
And she is.
McKinley in there straight.
You don't.
Oh, then she said, Henny, can you help me?
Oh, yes.
Can you help me? And it's so adorable. But I was like,
go to bed.
All right.
She will fight.
All right.
That girl fights.
It's late. I just took my little melatonin too, which, by the way, y'all know I don't be sleeping. I got hip to some melatonin.
Change your life.
Girl, they keep telling me I don't need it. I'm going to try magnesium. I am, because they said it's better, it's safer, it's to do. I am. But let me tell you about that melatonin. I have been asleep. You hear me? Asleep.
That's amazing.
And I just want to tell God I thank you.
Amen.
Because I have been getting my sleep in, and I'm so grateful.
Hilarious.
All right. Yeah, big second child energy.
Oh, my.
Although I think we went to bed.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I may have stayed up.
You may have.
She don't like going to bed, though.
All right. Thank you guys so much. See, y'all like that melatonin too? Our friend's daughter is studying for the MCATs.
Oh.
And I'm going to talk to her because she's now my unofficial doctor.
Amen.
About like, what do you think I should do? What are the options I should do? But she didn't come on Saturday because she's studying. Super proud of her.
Oh my gosh.
Like her discipline and commit. Mind you, they said this. I don't remember the range of how the MCATs work, so I'm going to use a range that I'm familiar with. Actually, I think they changed it, but just follow me. SAT, I think it used to be out of 1,600. I think that's changed now, but I'm a millennial, so just go with this. She got the equivalent of like 1,500 on the first time she took the MCATs, and she just wants a better score.
So she's trying again.
So she's doing it again.
It's insane.
And we're just like,
Girl,
That's already good.
why would you try again?
That's good already. Just take that one score you took there for the one time and apply to all the schools.
Absolutely.
It is so good. But she is, it's still 1,600. What did they change? Did they change what's the other non-SAT one?
ACT.
Is it ACT?
Mm-hmm.
What's that one out of?
Lower, right? Like
Yeah.
800 or something.
Girl, it's been so long. It's been so
Do people still
long.
take that?
Isaiah didn't have to. And that's why I'm also unfamiliar. They said it's 36 or 32.
That's the high is 36?
Girl, it's been so long. It don't matter. Anyway, I don't even know why I said that. That melatonin is working for me. That's all I want. But I'm not a doctor. Don't take my advice. I'm just sharing my experience. My experience is not a recommendation for you.
Amen.
Amen and hallelujah.
Hilarious.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will be back after spring break. Actually, longer than spring break.
I was about to say, girl, we're going to be back in May.
We'll be back in May. So I hope you guys have a good time between now and then. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Amen and hallelujah. That was the benediction. Benny meaning good, diction meaning word. That was your good word.
Is that what it
Until
stands
we
for?
meet again. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Bye.
Bye.